Hello, everyone. My name is Harry Sachs. I'm here to do an interview on this podcast for these two young, extraordinary men. Uh, One of them is named Danny Brockman, also known for his gamer tag as Guroecchi Anime. Did I get that correct, son?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
we're talking to you live from your house. Is that correct?
No.
Where are you at right now, young man?
Currently on the streets.
And what are you doing on the street, sir?
Not streaking.
Okay, so we definitely have an understanding that you're not the type to cause public indecency, and I really like
No,
that.
I'm not
I
that
really
type.
like that in the youth these days. They don't go too far like we used to go. But anyway, I also hear we're going to be joined by your co-creator. His name is Jesse Wilson, and he is known as HellaTrip 513. If I am correct, that used to be. Now his gamer tag is a quite different one. I would read it out, but right now I don't feel like it. So I'll be joined by him today at some point, as soon as he's connected online here. But I'd like to ask you a few questions as the head creator of this magnificent. I'd have to say it's probably the best, most offensive type of genre that I've ever seen in animation, I believe. Tell me, what was your inspiration to start these actual episodes that have been created by you and your co-founder?
Me?
Yes, what was the inspiration? I'm asking you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to the other guy. Well, I don't know. We were joking around one day, and I guess one thing led to another, and it ended up him creating that show, and partially inspired. I helped him and.
What are the things that you kind of suggested? I've seen things, and as I've talked to your co-founder and stuff, who isn't yet to show up. I mean, he's obviously fashionably late. I hear a lot. He has a lot of characteristics as a black man would have. You know, just very fashionably late. And I heard a lot of the script writing he did was inspired at certain things that you had said, little puns. Because you guys, before, if I'm not mistaken from what you kind of just told me, this was just a little gimmick one day. That back in the day, these just people you knew on this Xbox console that you were talking online to, these parties, it just developed from the type of things they were saying and the way the two of you mocked and, made fun of them. Is that correct? Is that where, am I right when I'm saying that?
Yes.
So, anyway, as I was asking, what was the some of the things that you had said that inspired him in his script writing and stuff? Like, was there a certain episode where he used dialogue of puns that you used from back when this was just a joke, or what was that? Could you tell me?
Yeah. Honestly, I know this isn't very helpful, but I can't remember exactly the full details about it. But I remember one of the things that I said is classic that I inspired him to put this in an episode was the part where Classic says it's rectal trauma, Gundam, and stuff like that. I inspired him to say some of those lines in his episode. I think I was also the one that came up with one where he said, "It's over, Gundam,"
Yes.
So, yeah, I helped. Yeah.
those were just wonderful. By the way, I really enjoyed those.
Yeah.
That was from the first episode, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're all in the first episode.
Very splendid. Was there any other episodes where you put actual dialogue that was used?
I can't say. I can't vouch for that right.
So you were the voice of from what I've seen in credits and all that. You are the actual voice of the character Classic. Am I correct? You do the voice for it.
Yeah.
Is there any type of exercise you do from practicing to do that? Could you give us a little bit of a sample of the voices that you do for it?
Well, as you just heard me, I can do Classic's voice pretty well, and I do a pretty good job of Gundam's voice. I don't know if it's as good as HellaTrip's, but I mean, I don't know if they're pretty equal or if his is better than mine or if mine's. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mostly just do the voices for, like, I can just do the Classic and Gundam. I'm not saying I do both their voices in the show, I'm just saying I can do them as...
So mostly it's your co-creator, he does the Gundam guy's voices. Am I correct? He does his voice?
Yeah, he pretty much does all the hard work. I just basically inspired him and came up with some of the lines.
Oh, that's very noble of you to say that and stuff. I'm sure he would be glad to hear that. Speak of the devil, it's actually we're getting his online signal as we speak. Hello, HellaTrip. Are you there? Yeah, sorry about that. I had some things I had to do. It was really busy. Oh, no problem at all, son. So could you could you tell me some of the dialogue that you had inspired to a lot of the episodes? Okay, it's starting kind of brief. I guess I could kind of catch up to where you guys are at. Yeah, some of the dialogue me and Danny created. It actually was. I'm sure if Danny had told you and stuff about it, pretty much a lot of the dialogue that was created was just through, making fun of these two guys. And I made a lot of jokes, and just one day I said, I knew how to do video editing and things like that. So, I decided, like, hey, man, I should, like, make these episodes. And it always seemed like kind of like a bluff thing, like just a joke, like, hey, I should actually do this. And I really would just joke around with that and stuff. I didn't really technically want to make this series and stuff, but one of the main things I did pretty much one day, and Danny here, he can actually confirm this for you. We're in a party and stuff with them. We always made jokes about these two guys being like lovers and things like that, because they just said very odd things to one another. This guy Gundam and stuff as like, he always sounds so bummed out when he was talking to anybody else, and then you'd see this little icon would pop up, a notification, and it would say Classic has joined the party. And he'd go from being like, yeah, the world is bullshit and it's fucking, and then he'd go from that to being like, yeah, it's all bullshit. Oh, hey, Classic. And it's like, he'd just get so excited and stuff, and we'd be like, that's just odd. Like, he just brighten up with him, and like they would do shit, like they would talk about mechs all the time. So that's some of like the puns that they would do and stuff. They would always talk about mechs and shit like that, and they'd talk over you while you were in there. And the one guy, Classic, he was a younger kid. He was like 15 or 16 at the time when like this went down and stuff. And like they were in a party together one time, and Danny was in the party, and he can confirm this and stuff. Just one day, they started going at each other, growling and stuff. Like, I just hear the one guy, Classic, he's just like, rawr, rawr. And, Gundam just going along with it, like, rawr, rawr, and stuff. And, it just really creeped me out and stuff and all that. I'm like, hey, you two. I was like, cut it out. I was like, you're grown men. What the fuck are you doing? And all of a sudden, I just, hear Classic go like, meow, meow. And Gundam's just right along with him, like, no. And that was the day where that sealed the deal when I was like, I have to do this now. Because it was all just a joke before, but they just confirmed it that day by growling at each other. There's a little bit something more there, I would say. It's just a...
Yeah, I made a joke something about... Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I made a joke about something like maybe it's their like mating call or something, you know? I mean, because we've never heard that before, and they seem to be acting pretty odd that time. And I happen to make a joke like maybe it's their mating call, you know? Like maybe they're secret lovers and we just don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, so it's all like just from, you know, just relevant. It's just, you know, looking at the situation. I mean, it was always just a joke. I even made fun of, you know, the guy Gundam a lot. He'd get, you know, real butt sore. He's like, come on, really? See, this is what I have to deal with. Torment. It's okay, Gundam. So it's like, you know, it was like his little blanket, his you know, very young, and he should likely go to jail for what he did. But, you know, it's just a joke of it and all that. I see, so, from whatever, all the information you gave me. Go ahead, young man, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, and also since Gundam, well, I don't mean any, like, harm to him. I mean, like, since Gundam has, like, a, you know, he's from the South and he has a Southern accent and stuff, and, you know, he sometimes, I don't know which of us started making the jokes about this first, but one of us started making jokes about, you know, he's from the South, and, like, we made jokes about him being, like, not liking black people or being racist towards them, and Classic being more open-minded, one of the two, about black people, and, you know, him just, and Gundam not liking them much, and, you know, basically we went from there, and, yeah, we kept the jokes about Gundam not, liking black people that much. That's why he some of those offensive things about black people, and that's because, you know, he's from the South, and we made a joke like, oh, let's make Gundam, you know, kind of racist.
I see. So, he's actually, he is the, pretty much a stereotype, of a racist redneck from the South. Am I correct?
Yeah. And I don't know, well, I don't think he put any of these jokes in yet, but, he might in a later episode, but I made a couple jokes about Gundam since he's from the South, and, you know, a lot of South people in the South tend to be racist towards, you know, black people. I'm not saying all of them, because I know there's a lot of people that aren't from the South, but there also are a lot of people that are. Anyways, I made a couple jokes about Gundam possibly, like, being in a clan. You know, he's like, oh shit, I'm late for my clan meeting, you guys. I'll be back, you know. And...
Oh, God. That is just fucking gold. I mean, I love it. So, I was talking about before, so one of the things, that you did, very special in, one of the, because the first episode was just, an image by image back and forth from what I've noticed and stuff. Is that correct?
Sorry, say that again?
Like, the way it's edited. I can actually answer that for you. Yeah, it is, the first episode is the lowest quality, probably. I have to say the lip syncing was a lot better than some of the other episodes. I'm trying to work harder at that and stuff, you know, develop a better technique for it, but sometimes it gets overwhelming, but, well, everything can't be perfect with stuff. Yeah, I know what you're saying. And stuff, I thank you for that. But, I mean, that's the point to that. Now, can you, really tell me if, this guy, is he really a racist? When you talk to him, does he not like black people, or how's that,
you want to take this one, HellaTrip's?
Well, he doesn't have anything nice to say, I would say. Like, it's not like he says really anything bad, but, you know, he doesn't really have anything nice to say about him. I mean, he's not, you know, being like, yeah, I like Black History Month. I really appreciate it. He doesn't say that, like, he doesn't, you know, I don't even think he sees black people and stuff as honestly, like, very often at all. It's like, you know, so it's just a little joke. I mean, I'm pretty sure he is racist. I see. Is he also are you pretty sure he's a pedophile for little boys? Are you sure about that too? Oh no, I know that's definitely true. Ain't that right, Danny? You would agree too, Danny. It's just
Yeah, sorry.
I would say he's not too far from like a Catholic priest. So you're telling me he's kind of like a John Wayne Gacy, like taking little boys, fucking them in the ass, and doing stuff like that. Am I correct? Well, I mean that's kind of explicit to say, but I mean, yeah, pretty much like that. I would think. Not that I would say that he's ever done anything like that, because honestly, we don't know this guy. Like, but I mean, I'll tell you one thing. He really does love. He has a fascination with machines, mechs, and especially games that. Oh, so he's a real fanatic of robots and things like that. No.
Yeah.
Don't call them robots.
Mecha yokai.
Yeah, don't call them robots though. Right, Danny?
Yeah, he hates that term.
Yeah, he hates that term. He calls them mechs, and that's what he prefers. So like what type of things does he mention about these mechs and stuff? Well, he mentions so much in detail, it's hard to even fucking remember and shit like that. So I mean, you may as well not even like pay attention, just tone him out. I mean, shit, they're fucking cannons and all that. We usually just make jokes at him and stuff about it. So is that why in the first episode he had a robotic eye? I noticed his hair was very matted and one of his eyes were robotic and stuff. Is that why that? Well, yeah, that's exactly why. But I decided not to stay with that design because it just seemed a little too much, I would per se. So I just gave him. I wanted him to seem more like instead of him thinking he's a mech, he's just some creep. So that's why I gave him the comb over and shit like that instead. Like he doesn't have the satisfaction to have that. I don't want to make him too happy when he sees these. Like, well, at least I'm mechanic in some type of way. I mean, I'm sure that I can like shoot 100 targets from a distance of 16,000 yards. I mean, come on. But that's mainly what I would think. He would just appreciate it too much. And I'm not going to give him that satisfaction. So, but are there what are some of the puns that you have for, are these going to be in later episodes or, well, yeah, they'll probably be made into episodes as well. But, one of the big puns is like, whenever you try to tell them like you're a human being, like somebody would probably just be in respect, like, I want to do an episode where he goes to like a group center with Classic, and talks, and the guy at the counselor at it just is going to be real kind and be like, you are a gentle, you are a soft, you are a great human being, and he just gets way too upset about it and shit and causes a big commotion. Now do not call me that. I mean I will not allow you. Stop it. Do you stop? I'm just saying you stop. God damn it. I mean I'm serious. I'm not a machine. I'm not a machine. Give him a little bit more of a freak out method and stuff, like, cause maybe put in an episode like when he looks into the mirror, he just sees like a Gundam mech, and so he doesn't even see him, he just sees a Gundam mech. So it kind of like he's delusional, like he's got a type of fucking psychosis and shit like that. Psychosis. Cytosis. I mean, I put a toaster to my arm and boom. Toast cannon, bitch. Don't fuck with me. You hungry for breakfast, bitch? Well, no. Now, one of the other things I'd like to ask is what are some of your favorite parts about the episode? I'll ask your friend here, Guroecchi Anime. What's some of your favorite things of all the episodes and stuff? Well, I mean, when it comes to design of the techniques and the animations and some of the props and stuff he uses. Like I noticed in the third episode there's a bunch of props in the background and stuff, like things like Jesus on a rafter and things like that. So what's some of your favorite parts of the series?
Uh, well, well, I don't know which one I like better. Well, first of all, in terms of like design, I don't know which version of Gundam I like better. The one with the way his hair and that little piece in his eye in the first episode, or if I like him with the glasses and like the comb over and stuff in the newer episodes. I can't decide which of those two designs I like more, but yeah, I like that, and I like the part in I think it was the second episode when he had the like foreign babies, like one was in the pool and one was on like the pool side, and he was talking to him, and classic was like if he said something like if you're going to make a move on me, at least wait till I turn my back or something like that. That was that was one of my favorite parts. And also like the part in I think the third episode when Gundam, or is it the second or third episode when Gundam said like when he was comparing like black people or tires, and he's like, at least they don't start singing when you put chains on them. And
oh God.
And then the part when Gundam says, "Look, I don't hate black people. I just think they should all be in chains." And then Classic goes, "Okay, Tyrone, you can kill him now." Yeah, I just liked all that stuff. Plus, like I said, the designs of Gundam, I can't decide which of the two I like more.
I had to take a breather there for a second. So, what the most recent episode? What was your favorite thing about that one?
Well, actually, two of those lines that I just mentioned that Gundam says in the newest episode, I think they're both in the newest episode. Yeah. Or no, scratch that. Sorry, no, that was in the second episode. I'm sorry, I was getting my episodes mixed around. I don't know. I liked a lot of parts about the third episode. I can't remember every detail right now because, but I don't know. I liked it a lot. Then I do know that much.
Okay. So we actually I'm sorry for this. I hate to put you guys on the spot. I'd really hate to put you on the spot, but I actually invited one of these people to the show. It's not Gundam and Classic, but it's the guy Tyrone. Now, if I'm correct, he remains uncredited, so you take his credits for him. Is that right, HellaTrip? Well, yeah, I do some of those and stuff.
Typical white guy, always taking the credit for the stuff that the black man did.
you know, I hate to be that guy, but it had to be that way. Well, he preferred it. He likes to remain anonymous. His name is Durag Johnson and stuff. He's actually probably he'd appreciate the whole black thing. Really, I mean, but Durag Johnson, he pretty much is he's a voice of Tyrone, and you know, a lot of the things I do with his voiceovers is I just I amplify it with a deeper pitch and shit. That way, he has more of a black sounding, you know, voice. Well, no, I'm not talking about that voice actor. I mean the black guy that is, you know, based off of this character. That's what I'm talking about. That he was completely actually made up, and it's kind of stereotypical to call him the name Tyrone anyway, and shit. But yeah, he was actually just made up. So I mean, you kind of got that point wrong there. Well, no. I mean, we have a guy who's coming on the show. He's about to be connected, and his name is Tyrone, and he believes that you guys are copyright and infringing his image. Okay. So, Tyrone, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, motherfucker. And I want y'all to know, y'all niggas dead.
Okay, he made a threat, so, I disconnected him. I apologize about that. Dude, what the fuck, man? I mean, seriously. Come on. You bring us on the show to ask us questions, and you almost got us fucking killed, so. What's wrong with you? Danny, peel his muffin cap back.
Yeah, I'm here. Do what?
I said, peel this motherfucker's muffin cap back. I didn't mean to put you guys on the spot. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. But, anyway, could you do a little bit of a back and forth thing for me. But before we end this thing, could you do a back and forth thing, if you don't mind? Sure.
Yeah.
Are you cool with that, Danny?
Who's being? Yeah, I guess who's being who here?
Well, I'd like you to both do your the actual people with your voice. So you'll obviously Danny, you're going to be classic, like your voice in the series, and Jesse, you can be Gundam.
Okay.
All right. Is there like a setup that you want us to you mean do a little bit of an improv? Oh yeah, that's great. So you guys are at Planned Parenthood Center, like an abortion clinic and stuff like that. Oh, okay. So, okay. You ready, Danny? We're at a
Yeah, I was ready to all over me.
We're at a Planned Parenthood. You know what that is, right, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Classic. It's a miracle child. I mean, can't we keep it?
I want to keep it. Gundam.
I mean, I'm surprised you're willing to have my baby. It is my baby, right?
I'm not sure.
Come on, Classic.
It possibly might.
I've been making you wear your diaphragm for your ass. You better not.
It's a possibility. It might not be yours, Gundam.
But how could that be? I mean, who else impregnated you?
Well, don't forget there's always Tyrone.
You told me.
And his group of buddies.
I could have swore you told me you'd never do that again, especially with Tyrone.
Well, the old saying, once you go black, can't go back. Or something along those lines, I don't know.
Classic, that womb was genetically modified so you could carry my child. I spent my life savings for it. Are you telling me you were some type of Jezebel getting knocked up with your artificial womb?
Hey, I don't see a ring on this finger, bitch.
Well, maybe I would, if you deserved it. Last time I gave you a ring, you pawned it because Tyrone needed to pay his bills.
Well, someone's got to. He doesn't have a job.
Just because he doesn't have a job doesn't mean he doesn't get a bunch of welfare.
That's not fair, Gundam. Just because he's black doesn't mean he's on welfare.
I don't know what the fuck he's doing with his broadcast thing. Oh, God.
Come on, Gundam. Stay in character.
I mean, what the hell is he doing? He's just sitting around all day just smoking pot and looking up freaking my little boys that I own, because you're mine, Classy, whether you like it or not.
I know you're probably going to hate this part, Gundam. I know you hate it for a fact alone that I've been spending time with Tyrone, but, well, I've also been spending time with his friends, too, so I've been passed around quite a bit.
God damn it, Classic, you told me you would not. You said you had self-respect, and you would never do such a thing.
Wait, what's self-respect again?
God damn it, it's hanging around them. Look, this is what happens. So, are you ready to come to the back now? And stuff, or we're gonna take the ultrasound? No, you suck that fucking thing right out of him. You better do it. I'll get a coat hanger if you don't.
Gundam, come on, give this child a chance, even if he is mixed.
Give it a chance. It's not gonna have a chance coming out the way it is already.
So I suppose as soon as it's born, you want to slap a chain around it.
I suppose as soon as it's born, I'm gonna just collect income tax from it and then kick it.
That's not fair, Gundam.
you two need to get the fuck out of here because this man is just holding a bag of fucking of goods underneath his freaking shirt. Oh, he busted this Gundam. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I thought I was classic. We're getting all mixed up now.
Classic? Is that you?
Yeah, I'm here, I'm here, Classic.
I was trying to talk to Classic from the past. It's a class from the past.
Well, anyways, I hope that was good enough for you, sir.
Sir. Oh, well,
Yeah,
sorry about that. I was shitting around, jacking it.
Wait, what?
I was sitting around jacking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mean what I think you mean.
Exactly. Anyway, I thought that was a great interview. I really appreciate you two taking your time out of your day to do this. There's one more question I wanted to ask in particular. Is
me or HellaTrip?
You and stuff. I wanted to ask in particular. How did you feel about the music that was developed for this? Because I believe HellaTrip developed all the music backgrounds for it and stuff. And did you? Is there one of your? Would you prefer to hear the entrance to the Gundam and Classic show or adventures and stuff? Would you prefer the song in the most recent episode to be the actual theme song? Because from the sources I've heard from HellaTrip, that's going to be like the actual theme song. But would you have a better one in mind?
Yeah, that makes sense. Not that I can think of. No, I mean it seems like that would have fitted it from the very start, actually.
Yeah, that's good to know. So just let me get a little bit more from you. So in the most recent episode, Gundam was down on his luck, because things had happened with the Classic in the previous and stuff. He obviously wasn't, he didn't end up dead, but he was less of what he was. But
yeah,
pretty much what about the young boy in the beginning of it and stuff? Is there a reason to that exactly? That young boy, is he connected into any of the jokes that you guys have done in the past with it?
You mean the one in the boy in the third episode?
Yes, that one.
Well, I mean, it was a joke based on I was gonna say fact, but I can't exactly back this up with 100% facts. But the fact that Gundam likes underage boys.
Yeah, and he was pretty much inspired from a kid named Soul Eater that used to call him Master, and he had a high-pitched voice.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I can't believe I forgot about that.
He is, that's mainly what it was. And one of the things I noticed is there's a little bit of shit right there on the edge of his lip in the episode. Does he eat shit in real life, or could you tell me if you know that? Why the fuck would we know it? We're not Gundam. We don't know little boys and shit, man. Come on. Well, on that note there, I appreciate the two of you coming out today and taking your time to do this. This is Harry Sachs with Daytime News. The next thing I wanted to tell is a story of a young boy who was hurt along with his gay lover. That is a boy from Tennessee. His name is Larry Markham, and him and his gay lover Spencer Peterson. They want to talk how they're very hurt about a certain situation. There's a YouTuber out there disgracing them, and we're gonna go to them and we're gonna get an interview, but next time and stuff. So thank you, and have a great day.